Mauer Toten is set to release in just a few hours, but Treyarch dropped a little bit of a gameplay reveal trailer and kind of a breakdown narratively of what's going on. It was more or less a sit down with all the devs just to kind of give us a little bit of an indication what to expect when we get inside Mauer Toten. Coming in at number 3, I wanted to talk about the enemies because they do break this down a little bit further. The first enemy that we see, the red guy with all of the dark ether crystals on him, that is called a tormentor, and basically what it does is it's a suicide enemy. It runs at you full speed and explodes, probably causing a good amount of damage. And if you think about it, this enemy is actually pretty much a copy and paste of the Shadowed Throne enemy, which would get shocked by the lightning from the overhead blimp, causing the enemies to run at you full speed and explode, which is not too dissimilar from the dogs on Die Maschine and Firebase C. We also have a name for the guy that floats around the map. He is a disciple, and what he does is he hovers around and he shoots a energy force field or whatever at the zombies, making them stronger. And this is not too dissimilar from the water zombie, the elemental zombie from Black Ops 4, which would shoot zombies and make them stronger. So seeing a lot of similar patterns here, but just kind of reskinned and repurposed for new, fresh ideas. We also have the Kranzi Soldat coming back to play from Outbreak, and I think this was worrying a couple fans here or there because it looks like this map is going to be very cramped, and having the Panzer inside of Mauer Toten looks like it's going to be very difficult. However, I think with the amount of verticality this map has, with the Panzer jumping around all up and down the map, I think that's going to create some pretty sick and tense gameplay moments, and that's what the Panzer's all about. Think about the days in Origins when that tense asshole would be in your face. I mean, you gotta love it. Coming in at number 2 is going to be the Wonder Weapon conversation, and the devs decided to break down what the CRBR-S does, or the Cerberus, which again I made fun of Dalek for, but looks like he was kind of right. This weapon actually has a companion sphere that fires alongside you, and it will drop little mod kits when you kill a certain amount of enemies or just certain type of enemy, and will allow you to upgrade the Wonder Weapon into one of 3 different variants. So we get 4 variants total, but you can upgrade it into one of 3 better variants. So it looks like the first variant's called the Diffuser, and it is a shotgun variant. It has 5 barrels on the front of the weapon. Looks like it causes a big blast of energy to just destroy enemies right in front of you, kind of like the Ray Gun Mark II inside of Alpha Omega. Then we also have the Laser, or the Blazer, I couldn't tell exactly what he said, that just shoots a beam of energy with this claw on the front that just kind of pulses, and it's honestly a pretty cool weapon. I hope it does a lot more damage than what it looks like, but we'll just have to see. Then we have the Swarm, which shoots out a silo of rockets or a silo of missiles that honestly, this one just looks so freaking cool. Kind of reminds me of the Thunder Gun in a revolver, and seeing these weapons in action, it looks like they're going to be pretty OP. I am a little bit disappointed with the Wonder Weapon upgrades. However, I do like that it just drops a mod kit. I think that is kind of cool, but I was hoping for a more significant hunt for the Wonder Weapon upgrades. It's always fun to go on a nice side quest to add more variety to the gameplay, to have more stuff to do. When it's all just handed to you and dropped down to you, it's not as satisfying. So hopefully the main Easter egg quest is a little more engaging. Then we have the LT-53 Casimir, which is obviously like the Gersh device, where you're going to be able to throw it and hop in it and teleport around the map, as well as kill zombies with it. So pretty cool tactical, nothing amazing, but should be fun nonetheless. And then coming in at our number 1 position is going to have to do with gameplay changes. It looks like new challenges are going to be added that are going to be more narrative focused and catered towards Mauer Toten specifically. I'm sure we'll have some classic challenges like defend a certain area or kill X amount of zombies with a certain weapon or a melee, but for the most part, it looks like we're going to have some new challenges focused specifically to our current task at hand. And also the integration of dynamic wall buys. Every 5 rounds, the wall buys have a chance to be upgraded. So they don't automatically upgrade it, but they do have the chance to be upgraded all the way up to legendary. And if you're going for high rounds, they will eventually all be upgraded anyway. So it's a good feature, and I think this will actually make the longevity of the map work out a little bit better, especially with Mule Kick being integrated. Kevin Drew also addressed health changes coming into the map, and I gotta say, he said the right thing here to me. He didn't talk about numbers. He didn't talk about high round correlation with zombie health. He talked about it feeling good. And a lot of things in video games, while we do like to break it down to a category or to a number system or something systemically happening inside of the game, it's not always about that. Yes, that stuff does matter. It most certainly matters, but we want the game to feel good. It has to feel right. And if we're going for high rounds, we don't want our enemies to be sponges, or else it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to do speed runs and things worthwhile. We want there to be a nice balance. They're also adding Onslaught Accelerated, which is going to be a brand new mode for PlayStation users as of now. Eventually will be coming to all platforms. And what this mode is kind of like a bastardized version of Onslaught Containment, where the purple orb will be floating around the map constantly. You're always going to be having to follow it, can't stand still, and if you don't kill zombies zombies fast enough, well, then you're screwed. But if you do kill zombies fast enough, the orb actually starts moving faster to the point where you're never really going to be able to stand still at all. They're adding the new paintball map. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Splatter Park, or I don't know. I'm making that up. But the new paintball map, you know what it's called. I don't. Who cares? And then we have Klaus, which is going to be the comedic relief of the map, a lot like the Civil Protector inside of Shadows of Evil. And something that caught my attention with Klaus is something that the dev said right here. I'll play it for you.
Klaus is going to be a very important member of the team because there are things that only he can deal with.
And the fact that I heard this really makes me think Klaus is going to be integral to the Easter egg and more than just a fun gameplay mechanic. So I hope that's the case, because I love when they add little fun things like this that you kind of have to use the mechanic in the map to do the Easter egg. It really just seems like it's going to be a fun egg. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for this video. Remember, Mauer to Toten drops at midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. Easter egg goes live 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on Thursday. And let's all just have a good time, shall we? All right, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with all your friends. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.